How to Talk in English. Lily loved reading English books, devouring intricate plots and rich vocabulary with ease. Her mind processed every sentence effortlessly, understanding complex ideas. Yet, a silent barrier always stood tall when it came to speaking aloud. Frustration mounted, a constant companion in her quiet world, despite her deep comprehension of the language. "I understand English perfectly," she often sighed to herself, staring at her reflection. "But why can't I speak well? The words just vanish, replaced by a wave of anxiety." This common predicament gnawed at her, making every potential conversation a daunting, impossible task. Her heart longed for fluent expression. The biggest culprit was fear. The fear of making mistakes, of mispronouncing a word, of sounding foolish. It paralyzed her tongue, trapping thoughts within her mind. "I don't want to make mistakes," she confessed silently, "but I always do when I try." This self-doubt was a heavy chain. Despite the hurdles, Lily's desire to learn English thoroughly remained unwavering. She knew the language held keys to new worlds, new connections, and countless opportunities. Her motivation burned brightly, even amidst the shadows of her speaking difficulties, pushing her towards finding a real solution. She tried various methods, listening to podcasts, watching movies without subtitles, even attempting to mimic dialogues. While her listening skills undoubtedly improved, the leap to active speaking felt monumental, almost an insurmountable challenge. Each failed attempt chipped away at her fragile confidence slowly. One afternoon, while rereading a favorite English story, a thought sparked in her mind. "Why reading is so important," the phrase echoed. It wasn't just about understanding the plot. It was about internalizing patterns, rhythms, and natural expressions. Perhaps the answer lay deeper within her current habit. English story reading was more than a pastime. It was an immersive experience. She realized that by absorbing narratives, she was not just learning words, but how words connected, how sentences flowed, and how emotions were conveyed. This insight felt like a small, crucial breakthrough in her journey. She decided to shift her approach from passive reading to active engagement. Instead of just understanding, she started noticing sentence structures, common phrases, and idiomatic expressions. This intentional observation made her reading sessions much more productive and deeply impactful for future speaking. Then came the daunting challenge: reading aloud. How to take first step for talking, she pondered. Her voice felt strange, hesitant, but she pushed through, whispering first, then gradually increasing her volume. Each word spoken, even to herself, felt like a tiny victory. The first few days were agonizing. Her tongue stumbled over unfamiliar sounds. Her pronunciation felt awkward and unnatural. Doubts whispered, asking if this effort was truly worth the struggle. Yet, a stubborn resolve within her refused to let go of this new, promising practice. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, changes began to manifest. Her tongue became more agile, her vocal cords more accustomed to English sounds. She noticed subtle improvements in her pronunciation, a newfound ease in forming words. The fear started to recede, little by little, replaced by curiosity. Reading aloud wasn't just about pronunciation. It was about building confidence. The more she articulated words from the page, the less foreign they felt in her own mouth. This direct connection between her internal understanding and external expression became clear, empowering her greatly. Armed with a sliver of newfound confidence, Lily knew her next challenge involved real human interaction. Reading was essential, but speaking required a partner, a listener. How to speak with people? She wondered, a tremor of apprehension still lingering deep within her heart. She researched local language exchange groups and online communities. The idea of talking to strangers still felt daunting, but she reminded herself of the progress made. Small steps, she chanted internally, were the key to overcoming her deep-seated fear of social interaction. One suggestion frequently popped up: how to talk to people in pairs. This seemed less intimidating than a large group conversation. A one-on-one setting offered a safer space to make mistakes, to ask questions, and to learn without immense pressure from observers. With a deep breath, Lily signed up for an online language exchange, pairing with a friendly stranger named Alex. Her heart pounded a frantic rhythm against her ribs. The first few minutes were filled with awkward silences and hesitant, broken sentences, a true test of her resolve and courage. Every time she faltered, the old fear resurfaced. I don't want to make mistake, but I always why, she thought, as if her mind was trying to sabotage her efforts. Alex, however, was patient, encouraging, and understanding, which slowly helped to soothe her nervous system. Alex didn't correct every error. Instead, he focused on understanding her message, offering alternative phrasing kindly. His gentle encouragement was a balm to her anxieties. He emphasized that mistakes were natural, essential parts of the learning process for everyone. Through these conversations, Lily began to internalize that mistakes weren't failures, but valuable feedback. Each misstep illuminated an area for improvement. The pressure to be perfect started to lift, replaced by a genuine curiosity about effective communication. A profound shift. Alex also unknowingly helped her improve her listening skills significantly. By actively listening to his clear, natural English, she began to grasp nuances, intonation, and conversational flow more effectively. Her comprehension soared, aiding her speaking ability naturally. How to improve your listening skills? She reflected. It wasn't just about hearing words. It was about understanding context, anticipating replies, and recognizing accents. She started practicing active listening, truly engaging with what was being said, rather than just waiting to speak her turn. As her listening improved, so did her speaking fluidity. She found herself mirroring natural English patterns, using more appropriate expressions, and responding more quickly. The connection between listening deeply and speaking confidently became undeniably clear to her. Buoyed by her progress with Alex, Lily expanded her network, joining a small, supportive online group. This step felt bigger, but the shared vulnerability among learners made it less intimidating. Everyone was there to learn, to grow, and to support each other enthusiastically. In group conversations, she encountered diverse accents and speaking styles, further challenging and honing her listening abilities. She learned to adapt quickly, deciphering different pronunciations and cadences, which significantly broadened her auditory comprehension skills. There were moments of genuine joy, breakthroughs where she expressed a complex thought fluently, or understood a nuanced joke. These small victories fueled her determination, proving that her efforts were yielding tangible, rewarding results consistently over time. Lily understood that consistency was paramount. How to learn English? She had asked herself countless times. The answer now seemed simple yet profound. Persistent, daily engagement. Even short bursts of practice accumulated over time led to remarkable progress. She started integrating English into every aspect of her daily routine, narrating her thoughts in English, making mental shopping lists, describing her surroundings silently. These small, consistent practices kept the language alive and active within her mind constantly. The self-consciousness that once plagued her began to dissipate. She still made mistakes, of course, but they no longer held her captive. Instead, she viewed them as stepping stones, opportunities for learning and refining her language skills further. Lily embraced the journey, recognizing that language learning was a continuous process, not a destination. There would always be new vocabulary, new idioms, new nuances to discover and master. This realization brought her a sense of peace and enduring motivation. She often reflected on how her strong reading foundation had been crucial. It provided the vocabulary, the grammar, and the sentence structures that she then activated through speaking and listening. Reading was truly the silent architect of her fluency. As her English-speaking confidence grew, it spilled over into other areas of her life. She felt more assertive, more open to new experiences, and generally more self-assured. Learning to speak English had become a catalyst for personal growth. Her improved English opened doors to connect with people from diverse cultures around the world. She joined international forums, participated in global discussions, and formed new friendships, enriching her life in ways she never imagined possible before. One sunny afternoon, Lily was enjoying a coffee at a bustling cafe when she overheard a tourist struggling to ask for directions in broken English. Her heart went out to him, remembering her own past struggles with the language barrier. Without hesitation, a moment of instinct, Lily approached him. "Excuse me," she began, her voice clear and confident. "Can I help you with something? I heard you were looking for directions." The words flowed effortlessly, naturally. The tourist, startled but relieved, smiled gratefully. A fluent conversation unfolded, Lily providing precise directions and offering a few local tips. The ease with which she spoke felt astonishing, a testament to her consistent hard work. "Your English is excellent," the tourist exclaimed, genuinely surprised. "You speak so naturally. I would have thought you were a native speaker." His praise was a warm affirmation of her arduous, dedicated journey. A wave of immense joy washed over Lily. This spontaneous interaction, once her greatest fear, now felt completely natural and fulfilling. She realized how far she had come from the silent, hesitant individual she used to be, a truly transformative achievement. This simple cafe encounter was a microcosm of her entire journey. It showcased the power of persistence, the value of embracing mistakes, and the profound impact of connecting with others. Her years of effort culminated beautifully in this brief, meaningful exchange. The fear of making mistakes had completely vanished. She understood that communicating was more important than perfection. Mistakes were merely signposts on the path to fluency, never obstacles to be avoided, but opportunities to learn and grow daily. She now passionately advocated for reading English stories aloud. It built muscle memory in the mouth and tongue, familiarized the ear with her own voice speaking English, and solidified vocabulary and grammar learned through silent comprehension effectively. Lily also stressed the importance of diverse listening. Beyond just conversations, she encouraged listening to podcasts on various topics, different accents in movies, and even English music. expanding auditory exposure extensively for greater comfort. She advised beginners to start with pair conversations. The intimacy and reduced pressure of a one-on-one setting allowed for more relaxed practice, built confidence gradually, and provided a safe space to experiment with new phrases and expressions freely. Her own story was living proof that taking small, consistent steps eventually leads to monumental achievements. From whispering words to herself to confidently guiding a stranger, every tiny effort had accumulated into significant progress over time. Lily now viewed learning English as a holistic process, intertwining reading, listening, speaking, and even writing. Each skill reinforced the others, creating a robust framework for comprehensive language mastery and deeper understanding. Even now, she continued to learn, to improve, to seek out new challenges. Language learning was an endless adventure, a continuous unfolding of knowledge and connection. There was always more to discover, more to refine, more joy to be found. Lily started sharing her journey, inspiring others who faced similar struggles. She became a mentor, a testament to what dedication and a shift in mindset could achieve. Her story resonated deeply with many aspiring English speakers globally. Her newfound confidence brought unforeseen opportunities. She was invited to participate in international online workshops, even considered a short study program abroad. The world seemed to open up, welcoming her with endless possibilities readily. The girl who once feared making a single mistake now communicated fearlessly, embracing every interaction as a chance to learn and grow. Her transformation was complete, a beautiful journey from silent understanding to vibrant expression. The greatest reward was the ability to truly connect with people, to share ideas, to understand different perspectives, without the barrier of language holding her back. This profound connection was the ultimate prize, far beyond mere fluency. Her message was clear. If you understand English but can't speak well, don't despair. Your journey is valid. Embrace reading, practice listening, take small steps, and never let the fear of mistakes deter you from speaking. Keep going. Lily learned the immense power of patience and self-compassion. Progress isn't linear, and setbacks are inevitable. Treating herself with kindness, celebrating small wins, and forgiving mistakes became crucial aspects of her sustainable learning approach. It felt as if English unlocked a new personality within her, a bolder, more expressive version of herself. The language wasn't just a tool. It was a pathway to discovering hidden strengths and unearthing a confident inner voice. She learned to celebrate every spoken word, every correctly formed sentence, every successful interaction. These small celebrations, rather than focusing on imperfections, fueled her motivation and reinforced positive learning habits over time. Ultimately, Lily's journey highlighted the transformative power of communication. English wasn't just about grammar rules. It was about connecting human to human, bridging divides, and expressing one's authentic self to the wider world freely. Her final advice to aspiring English speakers: start today, no matter how small. Read stories, listen actively, find a partner, and bravely make mistakes. Each step, no matter how tiny, moves you closer to unlocking your true speaking potential.